like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Matt, the Emerald Avenger. I know I am quite late to this topic as well as the next topic or two, which is why I'm doing two back-to-back, being today and tomorrow. I have been a bit busy with school and overall just not satisfied with the quality of my writing and videos, so I'm taking a little more time. But for today's video, we are going to discuss and share my opinion on Greta Thunberg, or however you actually pronounce her name, because I still do not know. Foreign involvement in politics, and children's involvement in politics. All these topics sort of fall into the same pool whenever it deals with Greta Thunberg, so I hope this video won't take a whole hour. Unlike normal videos in this series, we're going to go straight into my explanation instead of me stating my opinion, so let's begin with my opinion on Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is a Swedish teenager climate change activist who has been more or less adopted as the leftists' messiah and figurehead of the climate change movement. As a child with autism, the left is able to hide behind her as sort of a shield of criticism because you can't criticize a child. Something they claim despite doing just that when it comes to conservative children like the kid with the punchable face, which I'll have an image of here, or the young girl who impersonates AOC, which actually does a pretty good job at it. The deflection of blame and criticism isn't something unique to Greta Thunberg's situation with the left. In fact, some of the biggest political parties throughout history have used children to parade their views and protect themselves from blame and criticism. The Nazi Party did it, the Soviet Union did it, and before long, the Chinese Communist Party may do just the same. The funny and persistently correlating thing about these and other examples from history is that the left and liberal parties are the ones practicing the system of children controlling politics or influencing it. Now, I don't know if the correlation constitutes for causation in these situations, but it sure seems to. My opinion on this is that the use of children to push political views is honestly fraudulent, cowardice, cheap, and dishonest. It can create a false sense of conviction to the gullible people being preached to by those using the children. Overall, I do not agree with the use of children in politics. Another thing often seen by the American left is the desire to allow and use foreign nations and people to influence politics. Several months ago, many of them were saying that other countries should be allowed to vote in American elections. And the most recent event, of course, Greta Thunberg, a child actor from Sweden, is being propped up by the left as a messenger of change. My main question is, why the US? Why not China or India, who their carbon emission amount is so much higher and is still growing to this day, while when it comes to the US and Europe, it's actually going down by what the world average is. However, the left is allowing her to influence their politics and by extension all of American politics. Although I am not sure how well her influence will hold, with some others on the left having claimed supporting Greta Thunberg is rooted in white supremacy. I know, crazy, right? But we aren't to her yet. Let's stay on foreign involvement for a moment. Contradicting themselves, the left supports other nations having influence in America, but only when they support the left's views, while they also hated on Russia for the 2016 election apparently being rigged and influenced by them. Even more so, they are entirely against Americans and the American military having presence and influence in other nations. Of course, I personally, as you probably could assume from this video, don't agree with nations having direct influence in the politics of other nations, for that is a segue to corruption and an internal takeover, whether it's political, social, or economical. Now to my problem with Greta Thunberg. As a high school student, she is treated and acts as if she is a climate change expert, despite even climate experts not truly knowing what's going on with the climate. A few decades ago, they believed that we would be in an ice age by now. And more recently, they thought Florida, California, and New York would be underwater by 2012, 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. I don't care what your opinion on climate change is, because from a scientific standpoint, we don't know what the climate is doing, or if something is going wrong, we just don't know. So the left and Greta's obsession with my generation's childhood and future being over and ruined because the world will end in 12 years is scientifically unfounded and purely for political gain. Greta also happens to be autistic. The left uses this as a critical shield because you can't criticize someone who is a child and autistic, even if they are entirely wrong. Now, I don't have a problem with her having autism. No one should. What I have a problem with is the left using her for political gain, using her autism as a pivot point and a shield. She's also an actor, so who knows if she's even being honest about her opinions. She clearly doesn't care about the environment because her environmentally friendly yacht is good on its own, but the crew of the yacht still has to take a plane, which has a lot of so-called carbon emissions that are destroying the environment, as AOC would claim. Overall, she's just clearly uneducated on the matter of climate and is only doing what she does because it'll make her politically popular. And her claim that the older generations have taken her childhood and future, no dear, your insane climate activist parents did that for you. A little side note for you in the video, I hope I did not get too political for some of you people because I know I tend to be really passionate when it comes to politics. And secondly, there have been reports that Greta Thunberg is a lot happier to be in Canada. My thoughts on this are, well, of course you're happier to be in a more liberal nation than the United States, because half the United States being conservative means that half the United States hated you and wanted you gone, including myself. So that's my opinion on Greta Thunberg and the entire situation surrounding her. What are you guys' opinions? Do you agree, disagree, hate or like what I said? Do you have any comments, corrections, or concerns with my views? Go ahead and put those in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to respond to them. The topics that we'll be talking about across the next two videos, maybe the next video, skip, and then the next video, is going to be the entire China situation, and I'm re-recording this part right now because China just banned PewDiePie today, and the entire Sony Spider-Man situation. Even though that's been settled, I still have a couple of things I want to say on it, so that might be a shorter, maybe a segment of the next video. I haven't decided quite yet. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Go follow me on all my social media to keep updated with me off the channel. Go to my Discord, join the conversation. Go to my Patreon if you feel like supporting me. It'll be much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is EmeraldAvenger. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.